12:02. It is the Oil Stream, brought to you by Boston Pizza. Huge shout out to everybody out at the Boston Pizza in Devon yesterday for having us there to help kick off the 5 days of pizza for Ben Stelter. It was awesome out there yesterday. Had a lot of fun as well. All right, you can hit us up over on the Nasty Chat on YouTube. She's already hopping today. Zach was just telling the story.
Unbelievable.
Zach's wearing like this nice blue corduroy shirt today, right?
It's a soft blue.
And there he is. We're not going to throw it at the table. We're just going to talk about
you're matching with your AJHL hat.
Good. Come here, Zach.
Come on in. Come over here.
Show your shirt.
Look, this is really nice.
So it come in between us here for a second, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the nice corduroy shirt that Zach's wearing.
He's coordinated today. Yeah. He's got the AJHL hat.
It's a handsome shirt.
It is a handsome
Got your mustache coming in. Oh, that's a nice AJHL hat. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that's a gross mustache.
Anyway, so I'm complimenting Zach on his shirt
look very
just
nice.
a few moments ago. And he goes, yeah, it's a really nice shirt. He goes, but the buttons are on the left side. And I was like, whoa, Maddie and I are standing there. I was like, I think that's a woman's shirt.
It certainly is.
And that's the rule, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yes,
like women's shirts. So. Maybe we're wrong on this. I haven't wore a lot of women's shirts. I've never looked at my wife's shirts close enough.
Me neither.
But I believe the thing is that on a women's shirt, the buttons are on the left side.
Yeah.
And then on a men's, they're on the right side.
Yes.
So, I mean, it doesn't matter, but it was funny that Zach didn't know that. He was just like, this is just a weird shirt. Buttons are on the other side.
It is 2025.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, he can wear whatever he wants. But I thought it was kind of funny that he had no idea about the whole buttons on the shirts thing.
And here's the other thing too, Dusty, is like, unless you know the quote unquote fashion rule, you would never guess. You'd just be like, oh, he's wearing, he probably thrifted that. It looks nice.
I meant it when I said, hey man, I like your shirt today.
Yeah.
Right? And I still like it. It's not like my opinion changed.
Yeah.
But
hey, Zach, that is an elegant shirt you're wearing tonight.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Right.
You all right, buddy?
He's just fixing the TV there. Oh, maybe got it slid a little bit. There's this story Jack Michaels likes to tell because he likes loud, obnoxious shirts.
Okay.
And he took like 10 shirts to the dry cleaner and he went and picked it up and the dry cleaner goes, all right, 9 men's shirts and 1 blouse. And it was all his stuff. It was a frilly.
Oh, really?
Frilly looking shirt. So it happens. And then CJ in Chicago via the Nasty Chat. What up, CJ? Says, as a woman,
yes,
I can confirm that is correct. So it is confirmed. He is wearing a lady's shirt today.
See, Jasmine says over here, she says, oh no, she deleted it.
I like Todd Gack. Gloria Vanderbilt collection.
I thought Jasmine said her buttons were on the right side, so I was going to say she must be wearing a man's shirt.
But see that, like, ladies wear men's shirts.
That's true. It happens all the time. Well, and obviously guys wear ladies' shirts.
Well, sometimes that happens.
So that happens too. It was funny that Zach didn't know what was going on there. That was the whole point of that bit.
At least he caught on something was up. Like, this is weird. Why is this shirt?
What's going on?
Is that off? You can see it there.
Right? I just readjusted it. I think it should be okay.
I think it should be a little more to Dusty's side. No.
I think Tommy fixed it.
Because the top, you can see it's not in line with the logo.
But Tommy's sitting closer to the TV than I am, right?
I am. That
my
is
laptop's
true.
on the crack on the desk.
And I'm kind of more inwards.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I'm kind of
sitting.
Don't
worry about Nansel.
In a different spot.
I'm just trying to be the best I could be, man.
Yeah, no, that's why you're so good at your job.
You're excellent.
What do you think of the lines? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate them?
How much do I hate them? Yeah. Probably a 9.
Okay.
But
oh wow, EST Afternoons is going to be great today.
It's due to injury, right?
Well,
and I was telling Tom before we went on air, like this plays right into Knob's hands because now he can just run 97 and 29 like he usually.
Oh, they'll play 26 minutes.
Yeah.
So who cares?
You're like, well, they had to. Yeah.
6 minutes into the game.
So they don't have Philip Lazar, but that doesn't mean Hyman has to play third line.
No.
That doesn't mean Roslovic doesn't have to be with Leon Draisaitl.
Second line.
Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of it.
I don't know.
And then he puts Nurse with Bouchard. That's going to get him going, eh?
I didn't even see that. Is that what they did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wallman's with Emberson.
Echo with Kulak.
Yeah. No, Wallman's with...
I glossed over Nurse and Bouch together.
Oh, yeah.
It's all over the place.
Okay. I was just looking at the 11 and 7. I didn't even actually see who the D partners were at the at the end.
It was funny because Jay and you were lingering around, but Jay was talking about it. He goes, "What do you think of these, Tom?" I'm like, "Well, honestly, Jay, I don't think it'll matter about a period in." It's and it kind of goes to
it's not wrong. You're not wrong. It's
right, and it's like the sentiment of the team overall right now. We're trying to figure out, hey, are they going to win this game? Do they have a good chance of winning it? Yes,
Nobody knows, Tommy.
Maybe. Roll the dice. Get that 100. Get the D100 that Reed has kicking around here. Roll it and pick a number, and that corresponds with what the result will be tonight. Like it just, they're all over the map so far this season, in every regard almost. Outside of the fact they drive their fan base crazy. There's that.
Like I said
true.
this morning, I can't do anything on Twitter now.
No, you're going to get
completely done. Like if I criticize one guy, I'm not criticizing the other guy enough.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Like the other day, I was like, oh, I'm going to say something about Nurse here. That'll make everybody happy because everybody hates Darnell Nurse. It was the one where he was sliding with his ass up past the goal line. After he let the guy. I was just like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is he doing? And then I think David Staples was like, how about covering his man? I said he wasn't covering it. And then it's this whole thing. So I went back and forth with a bunch of Nurse stuff. And then yesterday, all I did was tweet an eyes emoji about Justin Bourne's tweet of Bush being on Team Canada. It was just an eyes emoji. Some guy replied to me. He's like, oh, just an eyes emoji, eh? Don't want to stand up for an Edmonton Oiler? You're a coward.
Oh, my God.
And I went back and forth with this guy.
How
I'm
can
like,
you stand
my
up
God.
for him this year?
This is like, it's insane.
That's quite the take by Bourne, though.
Like... It's no. The first guy to reply was Chris Pronger. It was like this is awful.
You're not watching the Oilers enough if you think that.
If he was even remotely close to having a sniff as the 7th or 8th defenseman, that notion went out the window about Game 3 of the season.
Yes. Oh yeah. It's
nicely done, Dusty. I didn't know
I fixed it. I think
it
I
looks
fixed it.
very symmetrical
it was really
now.
bugging a lot of our.
Yeah, there was a tilt on it. Now it's lined up with the logo above it.
Oh wow! Tube Socks, are you okay?
I did it.
Tube Socks loves symmetry, and so do I. So I thought of him immediately.
Dusty, last thing, I'll get out of here. On EST afternoons, we already.
What do you got?
Every time the Oilers lose, we're like, number one reason, goaltending. We just get it out of the way right
Yeah,
now.
just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every goal, Skinner's fault.
Yeah.
And then we move on to point 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Well, that was the thing the other day because there was that report that I can't remember who had it, but basically they were saying Stan Bowman doesn't see an upgrade anywhere in net or whatever. And I quote to him, I said, if Stan Bowman doesn't think he can update the goal, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And some guy replied, like, I think they never believe it. They're like, this is not all on Skinner. I'm like, my God. I honestly don't know what to say anymore because no matter what you say about this team on Twitter, on X, whatever the hell you want to call it, no matter what you say about them, somebody will disagree with you.
Yes.
No matter what you say. Yep. Outside of the one thing you can say right now that everybody will be like, you're right. Trent Frederick sucks.
Yep.
And I'm very worried about his contract. Like, there's nobody who come to me and be like, actually, Dusty, Trent Frederick is this. No, that's the only thing. Every single other thing going on around this team right now is debatable to the point where I don't even want to debate it at all because it just gets completely carried away. Like you cannot win. You blame Skinner. There's still people who are like, it's not just on him. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I know we've been saying that. You don't blame Skinner. You're not seeing the big picture. It's all goaltending. It's just, I can't even take it anymore.
Tommy, one last thing. Can you push your end a little bit out of
This
the
TV?
Yeah.
Like pull it this way?
Yeah.
Whatever you need, baby.
I think, Tommy, move over like 6 inches. And then let's just get a look at it. I think
butting
it's
up
because,
against the
but that's
table.
what I'm butting up against the table.
I'm trying to sit comfortably here.
What's the difference, though? I don't get it.
My leg
it's a symmetrical
is
table.
in the table now.
Oh, I sit cross-legged and I got big old wide legs. So
I could do that too, but I would have to be like way on the edge.
No, but I want to see from a TV perspective if you're just moved over a little bit, does the TV look more straight? That's what I'm saying. Like, how's it look now, Hernan?
I don't know. It looks fine. I just feel like Tommy has to pull his end out a bit.
I
it's
did
a little
like. Oop.
That's going to mess with it. Is that better?
Oh.
You did it.
Did it.
Hernan Salas. Good job. Good eye, buddy. Just make sure Gager doesn't bump it when he's getting his big ass in here.
He's got a big old booty on him.
EST Afternoons. What's coming up on EST Afternoons, by the way?
We'll go to Washington. We'll see if the Oilers. We'll see what kind of game the Oilers can bring. But and then we have Tim Houraney to tee up the Vegas Grand Prix.
Oh,
Everything's
Max
a day
Verstappen
earlier,
making a
right?
push.
Because the race is on Saturday.
oh, okay.
We'll see if Lando can close it out, boys.
Yeah, I was at the mall last night.
Oh, okay.
There's a big F1 store there now.
Are you serious?
Like an actual
it's
F1.
It's called V12.
Oh,
It's up. You know where the bay is?
yeah.
Upstairs from the bay. You know where the fancy shoe store is?
Yeah.
Zapato
There
Sanchez.
used to be like an old video game place where you could get retro games. It's closed down. Across the hall from it, there's a place called V12, and it's got like tons of like McLaren merch, Ferrari merch.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's cheaper than online. I was in there last night. I'm talking to this guy. I said, when do you guys open? He goes, like a month ago. He goes, our owner is from Montreal, works like the Grand Prix. He's around and stuff. Or as Elizabeth calls it on Mario Kart, Grand Prixes. She's like, Daddy, do you want to do a Grand Prix?
Yep.
I said, sure, Muzz. I'll do a Grand Prix. But he said the teams give this guy all the merch to sell, and then he just opened up the store in West Edmonton Mall, wants to sell there. So there's a ton of, like, if you're looking for F1 stuff for Christmas and stuff, yeah, it's at the mall now.
That's great.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna check this out because like the McLaren stuff, I really like. I respect the team.
Yeah.
I have more of an appreciation for Zach Brown now.
Yeah.
Their drivers are phenomenal. It's been interesting watching those two battle, Piastri and Norris. But I just find their gear that they wear race to race, it looks cool. I would want some of that.
So it's not like it's not cheap
No.
because it's Formula One gear, but it's cheaper than what I've been seeing online.
And it's expensive.
Nancy, what did you buy online that one time? What was that?
I bought it directly off the site. It was like $300.
Yeah. What was that? Which team?
Mercedes,
Mercedes. Yeah. It's nice looking. though.
Nice.
But they got a
Yeah.
ton of Mercedes stuff in this place too. Yeah, it's worth going to check out.
My old colleague, Chris Westcott, formerly
I remember
Oilers
Chris.
TV, EdmontonOilers.com. Then he went to the Blackhawks and he went to the Devils. Just left the Devils 2 years ago. Chris and his wife, Lauren, just had a baby last week. Congratulations. Congrats to Mo and his wife, who had a baby, I think, yesterday, he was saying. One of the nasties. So
Okay.
Mo.
Yeah. Saw him last week.
So good old Quesky was talking to me while he was working for the Devils, and he's like, I've been interviewing for other jobs. Lauren wants to move closer to Oklahoma City or right to Oklahoma City again. That's where she's from. That's where he's from. He worked for the Barons when I worked for the Oilers just starting out there. And he's like, but I've been having these interviews with an F1 team. And I was like, pardon me? And he goes, yeah, like I could take over the social media department, digital department of Williams.
Really?
And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, how deep into this are you? He's like, I've had a few interviews and I think they're ready to make an offer. And I said, you have to do it. And he goes, no, I don't want it. I don't really get F1. And
Would
he's
he
like,
travel around with
Yep.
it everywhere?
He's like, there's so much travel. I'm like, you would be with a team worth billions. Your travel would be amazing. Yeah, it'd be high stress. But, I mean, dealing with the Oilers in the decade of darkness, he handled that very well. He was with the Blackhawks. I mean, that's a big to-do. And then with the Devils, it was kind of the gravy train for him. But I was like, Westcott, like, you would be just fine, especially if you're in charge.
How do you not take that?
And he's like,
take
no,
that
it doesn't
gig?"
really appeal to me. I'm like, dude, you're on a private plane everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, even though you're not one of the prominent teams right now.
Yeah.
That might have some regret down the road, eh?
I don't think there's
No.
any, because I kind of asked him, like, do you ever wish
Do
you...
it for a year. Just live that life for 1 year.
It's like, Quesky, do you ever wish you took that F1 job? He goes, nah.
I guess if he's not in.
He's doing NCAA stuff. Like, and he's kind of a boss
That's
now.
pretty cool. Dude.
Yeah, he prefers it.
We're talking Formula One.
But if F1 can
around the
probably-
world,
Hey, Hernan,
the
we need,
most prestigious of all Grand Prixes.
we need
It is the most prestigious Grand Prix.
an assistant. That'd be like, could I see him out?
You would leave us for that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you
would
realize?
leave us with
do you
that.
realize how much Gager would hate you if you left us for a Formula One
He'd be
job
jealous.
and he had to stay and keep working here?
Oh, man.
That would suck.
Dusty, you would leave too.
No, I wouldn't.
If Mercedes said, Dusty, we want you to come be our...
Yeah, if they want me to drive, sure.
no, not drive.
But Toto Wolff, every time you say bye to him, you have to kiss him on the cheek, don't you?
That's not going to stop me. I'm working with Zach. He's wearing a shirt. That's not for a man.
He's wearing a blouse today.
No, I don't think I would. I like life too much. Tammy would kill me. she wouldn't be around. Like,
Yeah.
she
You
puts
would
up
be
with
gone
enough
for
during
9
CFL
months.
season.
Yeah.
And I'm gone every weekend for 6 months. She still stays with me.
Hey, babe.
Do you imagine if I'm like, and it's instead of it's like, yeah, I'm spending 2 nights in Regina. I'm like, hey, I'm in Monaco.
Yeah.
You think she's
be
gonna
off the
stay with
grid.
me if that's the case?
Where are you
off the
today,
grid for 2
Monza?
days, but
There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. All right, you okay, buddy?
No, I was laughing so much I started coughing and choked on my water.
All right, if you have any questions, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. It is a game day. Tommy, where are you going to be tonight?
Hudson's White Avenue. Good to be back at Hudson's White Avenue. Come on down. I think Hernan might show up, and usually DVD comes down. It's going to be a lot of fun.
DVD White Ave should be, or Hudson's White Ave.
Hudson's
Should be a
White
good
Ave.
time. What time you get rolling?
We get going at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
We're going to be
Early
joined
start.
by Taryn Bray, Capitals reporter. She's fantastic. She's sassy. She's from Florida originally, and she's a better golfer than me.
So she's a pretty good golfer because you're an okay golfer.
Yeah, she's great, though.
Yeah.
And also a really good reporter. So I've been trying to get her on the show for like 6 years.
Really?
And finally made it.
Finally got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be happening between 4 and 5 today.
Yep.
Then back to the Reed Wilkins show from 5 until 6. And then obviously a post-game show to follow after the Oilers and the Capitals tonight. We were talking about some of the things we didn't like about the lines. Do we have the full line combinations?
Sure.
Let's dive into these line combinations because it's
out there.
man, I feel bad that last playoffs when he put Kapanen in, I was like, I'm never doubting Knobloch again. And now I'm officially at this moment going back on that. I'm
don't
right
blame
back into doubting Knobloch on different line combinations.
Lot
So
of
what's he going to be
people.
running tonight?
All right, this is what we're anticipating, and make of it what you will. McDavid between Savoy and Roslovic. Draisaitl between Podkolzin and Mangiapane. Henrique centering Frederick and Hyman, and then your extra forwards are Janmark and Tomaszek. On defense, Nurse with Bouchard, Ekholm with Kulak, Wallman with Regula, Emberson in 11-7. No Lazar, no Philp. Your Skinner starter is Skinner tonight.
Okay, so I'll say this. I think, there's a number of talking points just from these line combinations alone. What do you think is the most notable decision from Knobloch's lines for this game tonight?
I'm looking at the defense, and I'm looking at Nurse Bouchard. I'm intrigued by Ekholm Kulak. In theory, and there's going to be pushback on this, but Ekholm and Kulak are kind of your best defensive defensemen on this team right now. And you're stacking them up together. Don't get me wrong. Ekholm has not had a particularly great year. Kulak has had more off nights than he usually does.
Yeah, he hasn't been as steady as usual.
No, and like Nurse Bouchard doesn't usually work. The eye test, the numbers, they shouldn't really make you encouraged by that pairing. Wallman, Regula, okay. And then Emberson's there to give those other guys a break at certain points. That's how I look at it, at least. But I just look at that defense and I think to myself, all right, well, is Ekholm and Kulak going to get the top line of the Caps? Is that their assignment tonight? Or are we just kind of throwing things at the wall and seeing what's sticking? I don't know. What are our indicators outside of this team sucks defensively?
Yeah, it's like for him to make changes where I don't like 3 of the things that are going on. I'm like, man, usually there's like one tweak. You're like, I don't necessarily love it. Nurse and Boosh, don't like it. Hyman not with McDavid, don't like it. Roslovic not with Draisaitl makes no sense to me. Like none. Makes no sense at all. The only goal you scored last game was in one of your rare chances off a rush.
Correct.
In which Leon Draisaitl got the puck over to Roslovic and he fired. Like it just, that doesn't make any sense to me. Let's get to some text messages. 780-218-9999. I love this. Probably, maybe a 95.7 Cruise FM listener in the morning who's now listening throughout the day because it's first time live texter.
All right.
What do you boys think will be the straw that breaks the camel's back, aka will force some change in the Oilers' play style? In the words of Shorzy, you have to hate to lose. The Oilers seem comfortable with blah. Adam the Axe guy.
Great handle.
Great handle. I'm putting it in the system right now.
I'm also replying with welcome to the circus.
Oh, that's is that what we do?
Well,
Adam the Axe guy.
Great handle. What will be the
He's
straw that breaks the camel's back to get them to start playing different? Like we've really harped on. You brought up the lack of opportunity and scoring chances off the rush and the rare goal off the rush that we saw last game against Buffalo, which was a total write-off, awful game for the Oilers. I remember it was last year at some point where it felt like they were very much in this same type of gutter lull.
Dan, so can you make sure my computer's up? I might play something.
Of very slow with their defensive regroups, D to D, then eventually trying a long stretch pass. And then they started saying, we need to focus on quick ups, shorter, tighter passes. And they were getting up the ice quicker, and they were creating more, and they were more fun to watch. It almost feels like we're back in that same scenario. And I brought it up on postgame the other day where like they try these stretch passes, they suck in the neutral zone, their breakouts are a mess. There was that one instance where Wallman had the puck for like 20 seconds behind his own net, ended up coughing it up after they had like 3 guys loop back around the net. They finally try to break out, and it comes back the other way for a scoring chance against. Like, that's just gross, disappointing, embarrassing at times.
Yeah, you can't have stuff like that. Like somebody suggested, it's a good question. Casino Dealer J over on the chat. If you're watching on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. I think it has to be another blowout loss. Like if the other team scores 9 or 10 on the Oilers, there has to be some sort of change.
They should have their indicators by now through 21 games, or get their ass kicked by a great team in Colorado and then a bad team in Buffalo, and where they just have nothing. Like, that should be pretty alarming. But another one, yeah, I suppose another one, I'm not going to disagree and say that wouldn't make them or force them to change. But you think by now, with how underwhelming their season has been, they would have enough data and just sheer lack of results to start to change things, in theory.
Is it a big deal? Like, they've got 9 wins.
They do.
But is it a big deal to you that only 4 of them are in regulation and the other 5 have come in the gimmick that is 3-on-3 overtime?
Which it is. It is notable, and in a negative
games
way.
Out of 21,
Yeah.
you guys have watched the game,
Sure.
gone on post game.
Yeah.
They've only won 4 times in regulation.
Yeah, my thing right now is how unsatisfactory most nights are when watching this team with their play. Even speaking to their 9 wins, 2 of them you could walk away from and be like, you know what? That was pretty good. They played good. Not a lot of complaints. The other 7, they barely win. 4 of them being in, or what is it? Yeah, 5 of them being in overtime, right?
Yeah.
Or the other ones, they eke it out after just like scary moments in games. Like Montreal was one where that happened, and the Rangers win.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have won. And Stu Skinner, I think, has given them 2 wins this year. The Rangers game, and then he was good in Carolina.
Yeah.
They're not very satisfying as a team, A, in the results, and B, in the process. And I think that's part of where the frustration comes from.
780-218-9999. Somebody suggested we play a blender on the show when we talk about the line changes. So I've got a bunch of blender sound effects here.
I knew you were cooking something up.
Yeah, I was cooking something up. Let's see if this works. It's not plugged in.
I could hear it.
Yeah. You can hear
Oh,
it,
now.
they
Okay, there we go.
It wasn't plugged in. Let's see if this works now. All right, there's that one.
Sounds like a
that's a
ninja.
pretty generic. Yeah, that's a pretty generic blender.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the line combinations. Okay, there's this one. Oh, it almost sounds like one of those things you used to chop up lettuce.
Yeah.
Let's try this one here.
Slap chop.
Let's talk about Knobloch's line combinations. Sounds like a saw, kind of.
That one's pretty good, though.
It's close to the other one.
Yeah.
What's this one?
No.
Oh, that sounds like a weed whacker.
Yeah, it does.
Blender with shake. What's this?
Oh. I like this one.
You like this one?
Yeah, I like that one. So you just do it. You hit the pulse button.
So you're just pulsing it?
Yeah.
What's this one? Blender running with liquid ingredients. This could be good.
That one almost sounds like a fan. Like
Blender working with kitchen ambience.
Sounds like a bad
There's a bunch
microphone.
of the blender runs with water and ice cubes. There's a bunch of different things.
Ah,
Look at all these blender sound effects I have.
I like it.
Smoothie blender, blender running. What's this? Blender running with liquid and dry ingredients. I think
one's
it's
not bad.
one of those top two, eh?
Yeah.
This first one might be the one. Hey, like, I'm going to download that one.
That's a good one. It's a thing.
We'll make use of that. We'll make use of that for sure. All right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Deskra says the nuclear option is Flex Seal. Hey, do you know the Flex Seal?
Yes, what an innovation. I love Flex Seal and Alien Tape. Those infomercials late at night on History Channel are great.
All right, keep those texts coming in. If you have any thoughts on the blender sound effect that we'll mix in, probably end up tying it into a song at some point on AI, I think.
Yeah, Greg the sound guy just said, guys, just use a toilet flushing for the knob blender sound.
I mean, give me 1 second.
Fitting that it comes from Greg the sound guy.
Greg, the sound guy.
He's got
If
an
anything.
ear for this.
All right, let's dive into Knoblauch's line combinations.
We're only like 6 weeks into the season.
Yeah, that is funny though. That was pretty good.
Hey, this is good. We got to get Glue Guy on this. This text says, Orange Julius blender? Booster juice blender?
Ah,
could turn
that's a
it
good idea.
Cha-ching.
I've been trying to get a hold of somebody at Booster Juice. They're all over the place.
Yeah, they are.
I love sports. We got to talk to
They
Booster
do.
Juice. But yeah, the Booster Juice blender. That's a great idea.
Do it for line combos.
That's a great idea. My kids love Booster Juice. There's one at the Saville Center. So after Marshall plays basketball, we always get a Booster Juice. And he knows exactly what he's getting every time. He goes,
You get the creatine?
No, I told him, I said, no creatine this
Not
time,
yet.
son.
Yes.
What do I get? The Strawberry Hurricane or
That's
something.
so good.
It's good.
It is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
It's my go-to.
That's a good idea, though. Whoever came up with that. Let's get a hold of Booster Juice.
I usually hit the ding button for a good one on the board.
With a ding button?
The ding is really good. Yeah. It's a very satisfying ding on there. Top right corner. Dun, da, da, da. That's also
No, that's
quite
not it.
satisfying. Yeah.
No.
You'll see it. It's all, you're getting closer.
Oh, Will the Wolf.
Oh,
I don't see it, Tommy.
it's on there. I have to find out. There it is. See?
So that's what you do for something that's good?
Yeah, if I like it, I'll double ding it. This. There's a lot of Reed Wilkins show on that
yeah.
on that page.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I know there's lots going on.
I
there.
need to learn how to program our board that Belzy and I bought.
Yeah, it's simple. All you do is you plug it into a computer,
I can do that.
and then something will pop up, and then you just drop MP3s onto the. It looks just like this,
Yeah.
just like this little thing. You download like the Rodecaster Duo thing, and then you can just drag and drop.
Oh, okay.
Super
I'm
easy.
gonna do that this week.
Yeah, super easy. A lot of
Excellent.
fun. You can really mess around with it.
Excellent.
All right, 780-218-9999. Let's get to a few more of your text messages. Jason says the only way they'll play better is if Darnell Nurse goes on the LTIR. I've got a few different numbers that we can dive into a little bit today. Actually, let me see here. Let's dive into your Play Alberta numbers game. It's going to go to a little bit of a wider shot. There we go. All right, Play Alberta numbers game.
Okay.
First of all, we got a bunch. I had a few stats from the morning show today that I want to run back and get your thoughts on. But here's everything that we've got up on our EST specials page over at Play Alberta, and it's loaded. I just sent the grandest of parlays over too for all you DGen Denners. That'll be up shortly. We've got McDavid with an assist, Hyman with a point, plus 125. I thought they'd be playing together, so I like that. But still, power play is an option there. Jay's play of the day is already up. He'll get to this later on. Tom Wilson point, McDavid 2 points. Plus 290.
We were talking about that earlier.
The lock shop partner parlay, Maddie and I went crazy. Roslovic point, Draisaitl assist, Ovechkin 2+ shots, Skinner 20+ saves, Oilers, Capitals under 7.5 goals. This is plus 640.
Ooh.
Maddie, did you see that? That's a big number. We didn't think it was going to be anywhere close to that number.
I hit on one of the partner parlays yesterday.
I'm going to get on that one right now.
Yeah, I'm looking now.
We had the 2-gamer last night.
That's the one.
That one worked.
Yes.
Our lock shot partner parlay came in at plus 640. No, it's right. Roslovic point, Draisaitl assist, Ovechkin 2 shots, Skinner 20+ saves, under 7.5.
I think that's reasonable.
The under 7.5 bumped it way up.
But it's 6.5 was. Oh, the 6.5 was lower.
I'd say just play it.
I'm sprinkling right now.
This is a massive boost. I got to get on that right now.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah, I was not expecting. We were expecting it to be like around plus 350. I thought it's in at plus 640.
I put a $5 on it.
There we go.
Oh, look, Ben Thompson's here now.
I'm going to get on this as well. So you can find that on the EST specials page under Lock Shop Parlay. And then we've got our Lock Shop NHL Parlay. Bruins plus 1.5 tonight, and the Sabres just to win. They get the Flames plus 175. Bruins are in Anaheim to take on the Ducks.
Can you explain chalky to me, that term?
Chalky's like when, let's say, like minus 400.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of chalky because you're not going to make much off of it.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you're going to make a little bit, but it's just a little too chalky.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've heard Glue Guy has thrown it
So
around.
that's what you're saying. Like the chalky, anything to me, anything that's like over minus 200,
Yeah.
it's a little chalky.
Okay.
Now, for a lot of those chalkier plays, you try to put them into a parlay, right? Like betting a
build
McDavid
it
point
up.
is too chalky for me.
That's very
You're not going to
chalky.
make anything on it.
I get that.
So,
Okay. All right. I sprinkled the Lock Shop parlay with the
yeah, that came in a bigger number than I thought. So that's
Yeah.
nice. All right, so here are a couple of numbers that we were talking about this morning. Top 5 in 5-on-5 shots on goal for the Edmonton Oilers. Who do you think's number 1, Tommy?
Isn't it like Darnell Nurse?
It's Darnell Nurse.
Yeah.
Darnell Nurse, followed by McDavid, followed by Ekholm, followed by Bush, followed by Roslovic. And then you get Leon Draisaitl, who is the 6th most 5-on-5 shots. He has 25. Nurse
21
has
games.
45, which comes back around to one of the reasons I think Knobloch's taken a ton of heat from the analytical crowd is that the way they're running their offense is to get pucks back to the point and funnel them on net. And that's what you're seeing from these numbers, right? Like their defensemen are getting all these shots. And Trev made a great point on the show this morning. He said, why would you be a team that gets pucks to the point, puts pucks on net if you don't have anybody that gets to the front of the net?
They don't.
Like that doesn't make any sense. All you're allowing is open shots from the point. And you're wondering why you're not scoring at 5-on-5?
They don't attack the net, man.
Darnell Nurse has 20 more 5-on-5 shots than Leon Draisaitl?
Well, they pass up shots too. They don't attack the net. They keep it to the perimeter. So that makes sense. That you got your 3 defensemen in your top 5-on-5 shots because they're just bombing in
3 defensemen, they're top 4.
hope shots from the point.
That's just not a
Very
recipe for
frustrating.
success. And then the other one that I saw, it was Jonathan Willis on his like Substack or whatever, had this article about how maybe people should be concerned about the team.
Yeah.
And the one thing that really stood out is last year through the first 21 games, they had 52 scoring attempts off the rush.
Yeah.
This year they have 9 in the same amount of games. So they're on pace for 36 for the full season. They got 52 in the first 21 games last year. Why are they not generating anything off the rush?
They don't. It's their breakout would be a big part of it. Their lack of ability to move the puck efficiently from their zone through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. You don't really watch them catch any teams off guard, do you? Like on fast breaks or anything like that. How many odd man rushes does this team get? And then when they do get them, Dusty, do they actually shoot on those odd man rushes? Do they get a shot?
Way too many passes still.
Right.
On man
Yeah.
rushes, yeah.
So it's like, listen, and that's a good stat, and it's an indicator. I'm always leery of those because of subjectivity, but I think it's pretty fair. The eye test backs up the underlying numbers, and that one I'd be like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense because we don't see them doing much with their speed, and they don't attack the net, and their breakouts are absolutely atrocious. They're spotty in their own zone. Man, they had that Wallman play where he had the puck behind his net for 20 seconds, and then they tried to break out, only to have the puck picked off, turnover in their own zone, come back the other way for a scoring chance against, I think is a great indicator or a great example of what doesn't work with this team right now.
There was a great screen cap from the Buffalo game where Oilers defenseman had the puck in the corner. And as soon as the puck even got remotely close to being on Oilers defender stick, the forwards are gone.
Yeah.
Defender ended up in the corner, had nowhere to go. There wasn't a forward in the shot. And he just sort of he was getting pressured, played the puck up. Sabres picked it off inside the blue line because all of the Oilers forwards were out of the zone. And but how is that happening? Like, Knobloch has been the head coach here for over 2 years now. Why is that happening with this group?
Maybe
is that what they're being directed to do? As soon as we get the puck, get the hell out of here? Why would that be? What does that accomplish?
If you had, you know how it's cool what they can do with the tracking system and all that, and you can see like numbers move up and down in real time. But like if you had an overlay of like the camera, broadcast camera, a guy with the puck in his own zone in the corner, and then you see all of his teammates and they start busting out of the zone, and you see probability of receiving a pass from those guys, it would just, as the further they get away, the quicker that number goes down. And you look and you go, how do you expect any rate of success here? Especially when you have guys that are defending and can see, well, this guy now has to fire a 50-yard or a 50-foot pass. Well, 2 seconds later, it's a 70-foot pass. 2 seconds after that, it's an 80-foot pass. And it's just like the probability dies. Like it seems so fundamental.
Let's get to a couple of comments over on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. Ryan Lotsberg. Lotsy, we know Lotsy, says, Kulak is the only D that is shooting more than last year. The lack of shots from the forwards is why it feels like why the D are shooting more. Reed Wilkins replies to him and says, "Hi, Ryan." Well, that's interesting. Like, why aren't the forwards getting shots on goal? What's going on with this?
Well, they pass them off.
First of all, they're not getting any off the rush.
Yeah.
We just identified that.
And then when they do get into the slot, they look for a pass. And that's when they do get into the slot. How often do we see them actually in quote unquote high danger territory with possession?
Yeah.
Not enough.
Yeah. When was the last time an Oiler had a look like Oslin had on his second goal? Skate out from behind the net.
Everybody
completely wide
off.
open.
Oh, go ahead. Did you see the net? Go ahead. Take the shot.
Gord on YouTube says, I said this yesterday, but I hate the nurse is a leader talk. If a guy at my work performed like him and got up to tell us all to pick it up, he'd be the most hated person at the workplace. Valid point. I like when we do take National Hockey League stuff and try to relate it to everyday jobs and everyday life. Can you imagine the guy who's hurting your team the most standing up and being like, hey, you guys all need to do better. That wouldn't be a thing. There's no way. That just would not fly. Coach Mike texting us, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999, says, with a healthy Nuge, how is this not a playoff team? I'm staring at the lines. I'm thinking about how do they have 4 regulation wins in 21 games? Can they play 650 hockey in the next 21? That's about 14 wins out of 21. Is that too high of bar for this team? To go like 14-7. First of all, they won't go 14-7. Every team seems like they're playing half their games in overtime.
Yeah.
So far this season. But yeah, can they go in the next 21? And so in the second quarter of the season, can they go 12-6-3?
Yes, they can. But nothing they've done so far.
They can. That's the thing.
Nothing they've done so far gives people the confidence that they can do it. But that's where this team is such an enigma. Is you count them out. You think they don't have the capability to do something. They don't show you anything to make you feel confident in them. But then they go do it. That's kind of their thing, and it's so bizarre because they're such a fickle, weird, puzzling roller coaster ride of a team.
Luke in Cowtown texts in, says, that's why I say we can't grade the goalies yet. Yes, they're not stealing games for us, but if the forwards can't even stay in the zone for passes or to be defensive, and the D kept getting pressured and turning over pucks, the goalies have no chance. Mike in Thunder Bay texts into the Oil Stream today. The Oil Stream brought to you by Boston Pizza, where for yesterday, today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, if you buy a pizza, whether you're going in to get a pizza, you're ordering it out, you're picking it up, a large pizza, $5 will go to the Ben Stelter Foundation. That's for the large, and then it gets a little bit smaller way down to, for a kid's pizza, $1. $1 from every kid's pizza as well. So if you're going to Boston Pizza this week, I know the rest of the menu is absolutely delicious, but I say hammer home those pizzas this week, and we'll raise a bunch of money for the Ben Stelter Foundation. Mike in Thunder Bay says, remember when Bob Nicholson had his terrible something in the water quote?
Yeah.
I think he might have been right.
That was
That's Mike in Thunder Bay.
That was like 6 years ago now. Good reference. Bad time in oil country.
That was Toby Reeder time.
That was Toby Reeder time. Yeah. Also, they ran Bobby Nix out there, I think, like through 5 meetings for like 2 or 3 days, or 5 of those like mini conferences with the fan base.
Yeah.
Per day for a few days. Like, he was getting tired.
Yeah.
And he's an older guy. But yes,
that's tough.
Bad quote. Bad thing to say.
That's tough.
Agreed. I just remember that I'm like, how many of those town halls did he have to do? Oh, that was the 4th, and then he did 5 the day before. That's tough for a lot of people, especially a guy in his late 60s.
Hampton Steve says, to the question about how this isn't a playoff team when healthy, is because they're not working hard. Unless that changes, they will struggle to make the playoffs.
I can't disagree with Hampton Steve. They're very malaise, blah, in a lot of ways. I called it toying with their food, but I think that's a little too nice to them.
Yeah, that's not what's happening.
No.
Dave texts in today and says they don't have a regulation win in 3 weeks.
That's bad.
Thank God for overtime, man.
Yeah, that's
Tay texts in earlier and says, why are you splitting up Roslovic and Draisaitl? To be honest with you, I don't know what the question is there. I already know what the answer is to that question. I'm not too sure.
We're confused.
If anybody can come up with a reason, like Trev was hinting, he was joking. He goes, I think it's just McDavid's like, Roslovic's playing well. I want him. I don't think that's the case. I sure as hell hope that's not the case. But with that being said, I don't know if there's a better reason to not have Draisaitl and Roslovic together right now. Roslovic's been a great find. He's got chemistry. At least it looks like he has chemistry with Leon.
Mm-hmm.
And would they put Mangiapane in his spot instead?
Not right now.
That
not with his play lately.
That's what they've done, though.
I know.
What? Trying to figure out what is the driver of the Mangiapane with Draisaitl, Roslovic with McDavid, Hyman with Henrique, and Frederick. Like, what is the main reason that those 3 guys are switching spots? And maybe Wannick was right on the long shot. I don't say this very often, but maybe Wannick was right. Maybe it was to see if Hyman can get Frederick and Henrique going.
He's got to get going himself.
Nothing else even gets remotely close to making sense.
Yeah.
Mangiapane with Draisaitl makes no sense. And I don't even want to think that's the reason, but that's maybe the most logical of reasons to make those changes.
By the end of the first period, none of what we've just said will even matter.
You're not wrong.
It's crazy. Leon and Connor will be playing together.
Well, they're going 11-7. But this is the thing. When you go 11-7, I don't want those 2 guys playing together. Because then you don't have Nuge to play center.
Right.
So then when you're going Roslovic back to center, and then you're going Henrique to center, or you're playing McDavid and Draisaitl together, and then they take turns hopping in the middle with Matthias Janmark and David Tomaszek. Like,
oh, God. I don't know, Dustin.
Who's better, Emberson or Regula? Do you have a preference? Even if it's not who's better, do you prefer one of them over the other?
If I have to pick, I'm enticed by Regula
And I think I'd lean Emberson.
because he's older and has played more
and skates significantly better.
than Regula.
Yeah. Regula doesn't move very well, man. Like
He's still
when
figuring it out.
when he's in the defensive zone and teams start running around him a little bit, there's issues there. Like I know there's been a lot of love for him,
Yeah.
but I watch him play and I'm like, this guy's in over his head right now when fast teams are getting on him.
And I'm glad you point that out because we have to remind ourselves before we get overly excited about one or the other that they are both very much
Well, first of all, nobody's
in.
excited about either of them.
Well, I have seen texts and read them on the air earlier in the season about how good Regula was.
Regula calming down Nurse.
Yep. Stuff like that.
I don't see that, man.
And it's like, hang on. He has, what is he? Just around the 30 game mark for him in his career. And Emberson played his first full NHL season last year. Or was that second? No, it was first because he had 30 games coming into that one. These guys aren't even, they need seasoning, and with seasoning comes mistakes and lessons. And there's not a lot of patience for that around here right now. And I think it's just a good reminder that, don't put a lot on their plate because they're still figuring it out, both of those guys.
All right, Washington Capitals tonight. Alexander Ovechkin, now a little bit over 900 goals. This is the last update on Daily Faceoff. This would have been from yesterday, from last night.
Mm-hmm.
Strome with McMichael and Ovi. Sort of with Wilson and Protas. Dowd with Ryan Leonard and Beauvillier. Leonard, of course, pretty highly touted prospect, playing on third line there. And then Frank with Lapierre and Duhaime. Harvey with Carlson. Chikrin with Matty Waugh. Sandine, TVR. It's actually not a bad blue line in Washington. Like I like those. It's not a great blue line, but it's not like
veterans.
A train wreck blue line that you see in some other places.
There aren't any young guys on that blue line.
Guys have experience, right?
Yeah. Who would be the youngest there? Sandine? It feels like he's been around for a while.
Yeah, he's
now.
been around for a while too, so that helps them. They're missing Pierre-Luc Dubois, who's on the IR. It has been a pretty nice fit in Washington so far. Washington hasn't come out of the gate, like a world beater either.
That second line could probably push their way around the ice tonight. Wilson and Protas with Sordiff. Good for Sordiff, by the way, former Oil King.
Yeah, that's a couple of big boys on the wing there, though.
That could be physically imposing on the Oilers.
Washington is dead last in the Metro right now, but they're also 4 points at a third.
Yeah.
It's tight. They're 9-8-2. And you'd say, oh, well, it's a last place team. The Oilers should be fine. Well, the only team in the conference that's lower down than Washington right now is Buffalo. And they just pumped you. So
we just talked about that post game the other night.
Like, Buffalo has the 5th worst record in the National Hockey League right now. And they took it to the Oilers.
They pumped you
in that last meeting. So and then it doesn't get any easier. You get Tampa tomorrow. And then
Florida,
and then Florida to wrap up the trip, then come home for a little bit. Was there like 5 road games in December?
Yeah, all on one trip.
Yeah, it is right.
Yep.
Yeah, middle of the month.
Yep.
So another long trip coming, but they'll get to stay at home here. Maybe that's where they. Maybe that's. Do you think that's what it is? Like just stay home for a little bit. You think that'll be enough to get this team sort of sorted out?
I think we're at the point where we're looking at anything going, can that wake these guys up? Can that spark them? Usually you like that early road trip, right? We talk about team building, getting to know each other. That didn't happen. Now they're on a 7 game. I don't know. The one thing that we do have is that we know that the Oilers are more efficient at getting points at home. 5-1-2. That's pretty good. The record on the road, lots to be desired there at 4-7-2. So in theory, they should be better with more home games next month. But again, with this team, you think one thing and they do the opposite. But maybe, Dusty, I'm saying there's a chance.
Baptized Big Uke says 2-0-1.
Oh,
And the final three?
very positive.
Wouldn't that be something?
Why did you change your name, Baptized Big?
I was wondering what's going on there.
Yeah, I liked Supersized Indiana Jones. I like
And that
Big
was a good
Uke.
one too. Baptized Big Uke, though. He was baptized at the Nasty Bag.
That was lovely.
6
That was a
o'clocker.
beautiful moment.
6 o'clocker special.
Yep.
As the song goes, he's now a made man. Him and Norman at Combine. He's saying a win tonight, overtime loss to Tampa, a win convincingly versus Florida.
Oh,
Ooh, Big Uke, you might be taking a little bit too far there.
that's ballsy.
But we'll see. Ice Cube, what's coming up on EST Afternoons, buddy? You okay?
Almost through my mouth. I have a very nice mouth. So I get in here. I
Are you
try and
saying
set up
mouse
my.
or mouth?
Yeah, did you say mouth?
I might have said mouth.
I thought you said. I
misspoke.
think you just said. I almost threw my mouth.
I thought. Yeah.
Is
yeah.
your mouth throwing you off right now?
It might be. Yeah.
mouth.
I brought my mouse
Yeah.
in here and I almost tossed it across
What type
the
of?
room.
You're using your own mouse now?
Yeah. Well,
They
I
all
always
have one now.
I'm locked in. A little Acer mouse that's got side buttons on it.
And that's for which?
Strip on the side for my laptop.
Oh, for your laptop. Oh, I thought you were
Yes, yes,
talking
yes.
about the desktop computer mouse. Wasn't there issues with that?
There's a lot of mice in the EST offices.
Yeah. Well, can you imagine if? Oh, that would be gross.
That would
That
be
would be
terrible.
gross.
That
You
would
ever
be
had a
terrible.
mouse in your house?
We
Like as a
had them
kid?
in my garage at my parents' old place, and Reno took to it very quickly to make sure that never happened again.
With just a mouse trap?
A little bit of that,
Some peanut butter.
little peanut butter.
Yep. Or cheese whiz.
used to have-
I don't know what works better.
Like we grew up on a farm, but like in a double wide trailer.
Oh,
That was not like secured very well from the ground by HR Daddy.
can chew through that if
Wasn't
you're
a
a
very
mouse.
handy guy in general. God love him. But so we would have mice pop up sometimes in the trailer.
yeah. Well,
And
when you have that much
hated
open
that.
space,
it was
Well, that's kind of what happened with my parents' old place. Is there was a farmer's field behind it, and then now there's a school there, but for like the first 12 years of them living there, it was just a farmer's field. So the mice would have to go somewhere, and they found stuff to forage and eat from the homes, and they would get around there. And then Reno, with some Italian know-how, took care of that.
God. It's growing up hard,
Think
eh,
about
Zach?
that.
Hey,
Yeah,
mice all over the place.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
I can imagine it.
Yeah.
Can imagine it. Well, the boys are going to chew
what's coming up?
into the
Oh.
lineups.
Oh, hilarious mouse pun.
Very funny.
That's
Very
good.
funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
Of course, the Oilers going 11-7. Hernan and Joaquin will get into that. Sammy Silber from the Hockey News, who covers the Capitals, will be checking in as well to preview their side of things. Hernan's World for the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Tim Haraney, F1 Insider, will be checking in. We also got Inside the Numbers, the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. For a
Okay, another one.
busy show.
Man, we're gonna have a ton of different parlays sitting
I
there
like it.
on the EST specials page. So go to playalberta.ca. You'll see odds boost, daily specials, EST specials. Click on those. You'll find all of our bets from the day. Which there's lots of options there for you. I do like. I mean, it's a 5-legger, but plus 640 is a pretty decent number.
I
So
had to get on that.
we'll all be cheering for that one tonight, and hopefully it pays off for everybody. Of course. The Oil Stream is brought to you by Boston Pizza. Portions of the hour in the studio brought to you by Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen, obviously. And all of Edmonton Sports Talk, including the next show, EST Afternoons, brought to you by our partners over at Play Alberta. Check it out at playalberta.ca. Use our codes EST Sports and EST50. Deposit 50, get a $50 free bet. And EST Casino. Deposit 50, get 50 for the casino. Tommy will be back 4 o'clock with the GCL Diesel pregame show, getting ready for the Oilers and the Washington Capitals. He'll be live at Hudson's on White tonight for pre and post.
Yes.
For Tom Gazzola, I'm Dustin Nielson. I'll be breaking that game down with you tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6 o'clock here on Edmonton Sports Talk, on TuneIn, on iHeart, on YouTube, and on 95.7 Cruise FM. We'll talk to you then. Take it easy.